Recently, I saw that there have been some big changes being made to Stadia, Google's venture into this weird and interesting new space called cloud gaming. But what is it? What makes it so special? And what distinguishes Google from its competitors? Does it even have a future? All those answers and more here at Techonomics. Hey, it's Carlos, always trying to provide you with insight on technology and how it's affecting you and the world at large. Cloud gaming is an interesting idea because it couldn't even have been dreamed of a decade or two ago. But before we dive into why it's important today, let's understand how it works and get some context. So, how does it work? Well, a traditional gaming setup has a console or computer that actually holds the hardware that runs the games, physically located in the same place where you're playing the game. In this sort of setup, all you really need the internet for is to send and receive game-specific data in real time. Stadia, or cloud gaming in general, just changes the location of the hardware. Instead of being located near you, it's running on a server somewhere, and the actual video output is then streamed directly to your TV or computer, in the same way YouTube or Twitch streams a live stream in real time. But in cloud gaming, your internet connection is much more important because that's the bottleneck that determines the quality and consistency of the stream that you're going to be gaming on. And don't forget that you're also relying on Stadia or whatever cloud gaming service you're using to have a stable internet connection to send you the stream in the first place. What more, if there's any hiccups on their end, there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Now that you understand how it works, let me tell you about the state of cloud gaming today and why I find this new venture so interesting. So, cloud gaming is still a fairly new idea. As such, the hardest thing to do is to convince people to take a risk on a still unproven product, especially when you can buy things like a gaming console or a gaming computer. Now, there are a variety of different ways to convince consumers to buy your product. But let's take a look at what the different cloud gaming ventures are doing so that we can really understand the state of the industry today. Let's start with Stadia because that was the impetus for this entire video essay. Google knew that they needed to bring in new users. So in early 2020, they decided to start their own gaming studio in order to build games exclusively for Stadia. This is a tried and true strategy that has worked for decades. Just look at Nintendo. They have Pokemon, Zelda, the Mario franchise, and many more exclusives that keep bringing people back in to their consoles. Now, however, Google has decided to shut down its entire gaming studio before a single game has even been released. Now, there's a whole conversation to be had about Google not believing in its own products and abandoning them before they even give it a chance to succeed. But that's a whole video in itself. The important thing to highlight here is that starting a cloud gaming company is really expensive, and buying the computer hardware alone is a giant upfront cost. So you can't just expect millions of users to magically jump onto your platform without giving them a reason to do so. Frankly, I never had high hopes for Stadia to begin with, but all these moves are telling me that neither did Google. Fortunately, Stadia isn't the only product trying to bring cloud gaming to the masses. NVIDIA, known for their great graphics cards, has their own product called GeForce Now. It's important to note that there are two major differences between Stadia and GeForce Now. First, Stadia was built on a custom Linux operating system. That means that unfortunately, there are going to be plenty of games that just do not work on it because they're built for Windows. Another reason why they should have built their own gaming studio, but I digress. Second, and probably the most important, Stadia allows you to use the games you have on Steam, the online video game distribution platform, meaning you actually have to purchase the games. GeForce Now, on the other hand, has a set of titles included with the subscription, and while that might make GeForce Now significantly more enticing from a consumer perspective, it has actually caused a big controversy in the gaming industry. This is because NVIDIA did not ask for permission from any of the gaming studios to use a small number of gaming purchases to correspond with hundreds or thousands of users. As a result, many gaming studios like Bethesda or Activision Blizzard has forced Nvidia to drop their titles from the program. That said, GeForce Now has a bright future ahead of them, if only because virtually no one has been able to purchase computer parts or consoles since 2020. And as of recording this video, it does not seem like that's going to change anytime soon. As for where the industry is going, only time will tell, but I think it all comes down to money. The prices of computer parts have continued to go up, making the subscription model for Stadia or GeForce Now significantly more enticing for customers. That, however, makes it much more expensive for other cloud gaming companies to start up because of the ever-increasing high upfront cost. But with 5G, fiber, and other technologies becoming more readily available as time passes by, cloud gaming will become even more feasible and may even provide a better experience for some users. At the end of the day, many people have just been priced out of the market and they're just looking for a way to be able to play video games again. And at least cloud gaming provides a solution to that problem. But the other thing to remember is that many people don't want to be bothered with thinking about the hardware or the infrastructure necessary to play a video game. They just want to grab a controller, press a button, and start playing the game. In the same way cloud computing allows businesses to not have to worry about their infrastructure, this does the exact same thing, but with gaming and your average consumer. It's a first world solution to a first world problem, but hey, at least there is one. Hey guys, thanks for watching another video. Please hit that like button if you want to see more videos like this one. It really helps with the algorithm. And comment down below with your thoughts on Stadia and whether or not you would purchase a service like that one either now or in the future. Again, this is Carlos from Techonomics, over and out.